Today I have another recipe for you guys. I've seen this fufu and okra soup all over my TikTok, so I had to come on here and show you guys how to make it. Okay, as you guys know, I am Haitian, and Haitian do have a recipe very similar to this one called tom tom and sauce calalu. So this recipe remind me of that, so that's why I'm making it, and I know I'm going to love it, especially the way it is. It's exactly the same basically. Maybe we might use different seasoning, but it's almost the same thing. If you think you're going to love this recipe, before I go any further, please give this video a thumbs up for me. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet. Leave me a like and let me know down below, have you guys tried fufu and okra soup? Let me know down below. Okay, without further ado, let me show you guys how to make it. First thing we'll be doing, guys, is cut our okra. Now, if you're a big fan of the slimier sauce type, you can use a food processor to chop yours. Because I don't like mine super slimy, I will be using a knife. And I want to give a big thanks to Cost System for sending me these knife set. The video is sponsored by them. They sent me 15 knives and a sharpener. And these knives, y'all, is so sharp and well made. They are high quality knives, well made, very sharp, and they're stainless steel as well. I was in the market for some knives, so these are the perfect one for me. And if you're interested on these knives, I will leave a link for you guys in the description box. They are on Amazon, so dipping will be very easy. I will leave the link below for you guys. The name is Cost System on Amazon, like I said. And without further ado, guys, let's jump right into the recipe. Now we're going to start cutting our okra. First thing I do is line them up just like you guys seeing right now, and then cut the head and also cut the tip off. Once I'm done, I'm going to start chopping them just like I'm doing right now. But this is a tedious job, y'all. It's a little time consuming, but we got it done. With this knife I'm using, very sharp, we got it done in about, I'll say 10 minutes, not even, maybe less. And that is how they look once you're done. And prepping for this recipe is a must, you guys. Prepping is a must for this recipe. I'm also cutting up some red onions, and also I will be cutting some red bell peppers. If you have tomatoes, you can use tomatoes as well. I didn't have any, so we're using red bell pepper and some red onions. Now that we're done prepping, let me show you guys what you need to make this recipe. As you guys can see, the okra, and here I have a few shrimps that a few shrimp that I will be adding in. And you can use any other fish if you want, but for today's recipe we're using goat meat. Yes, I love me some goat meat. It's been a while since I eat some goat, y'all. But here I have some spinach that I'm adding. Of course, the measurement will be below. I got you guys. And here I have some palm oil, and of course the red bell peppers. Just beautiful and fresh flavors going to be in there. And we have our chopped red onion, and also we have some sliced red onion right here. We have about half tablespoon of minced ginger. about a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. I don't know if that wasn't focusing, but here I have about 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. And also we have a teaspoon of paprika for nice color on the meat. And we have 1 big old scotch bonnet pepper. And here, whenever I cook like lamb or goat, I like to add some rosemary. So we add some rosemary. And I have a teaspoon of garlic and some salt. Now, first thing I'm going to be doing is marinating my goat meat. By the way, my goat meat is clean with some lime, vinegar, and salt. Okay, clean your meat. Once you're done, you're going to add all of your dry ingredients or dry seasoning on the meat. You're going to give that a nice mix until everything is well combined. Now we're going to boil our meat. Goat meat take a while to cook, so we're going to add 4 cups of water in there and let that boil on medium-high heat for about 45 minutes to an hour. But before I let that boil, I am adding half of the chopped onion with the rosemary in. While that is boiling, I am moving on to my okra. Okay, so we're going to add our okra in this pot here, a saucepan, whatever it is. Then we're going to add about 2 cups of water. Let that boil for about 5 to 7 minutes. Don't overcook it, that way you will lose all the nutrients. You don't want that. So just boil it for about 5 to 7 minutes, then set it aside. By now, my okra is done. We're going to set that aside. Moving on, this is our goat meat, flavorful, y'all. When I tell you this, the flavor that's on there, and we're not even done yet. And it's nice and tender. And my goat meat, I made them cut them super small because I know how long goat meat takes to cook. Take that tip from me, okay? Make sure you ask the butcher to cut it extremely small for you. Now in this pan here, I am going to add my palm oil. Once that is melted and nice and hot, we're going to add our onions in. Now y'all, I look in my fridge, I noticed I had about half a tomato, so I went ahead and cut it and added to this. Okay, this time is the time to add any tomatoes that you do have. Just make sure you mince them very fine. Okay, so now I'm going in with my chopped bell peppers, and also now is the time to add the garlic and the minced ginger. I add the garlic and the ginger last because I didn't want to burn them because, you know, they were small. And then we're going to cook that off for about 15 minutes, y'all. You want to fry it to reduce all of the water from the vegetables. Now I'm going to season it. I'm adding my chicken bouillon, and also I'm adding the scotch bonnet pepper. It was so spicy, y'all, so good. Now I'm going to take my goat meat, place it in the peppers. Now I know goat meat usually have like a gamey type of taste, and to reduce that taste or to completely erase that taste, make sure you clean the meat with lime or lemon and vinegar. All right guys, take that tip from me. Okay, you will thank me later. So now I'm going to add the meat in there just like that, stir it up together, and then we're going to add our okra. Yes, you see how slimy it is? If you want it to be more slimier, like I said, you can use the food processor, or you can add a little bit of baking soda in there as you blending it. It'll be extremely slimy. I like the texture like that. This is the way that I like it. Okay, so we're going to stir that together just like that. And I want to take this time, if you're watching me, you have not subscribed, girl or boy, what are you waiting for? Join the family, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Whenever I upload a new video, you won't miss it. Now I'm going to add my shrimp, and you know, shrimp don't take a long time to cook. Just add it at the last minute, and of course make sure it's cooked. So we're going to add that in, and also I'm going to be adding in any salt and pepper that needed to be adding. Right now is the time to taste it to see if you need more. So as you guys can see, I'm adding a little bit more pepper, or any more of that chicken bouillon if you want. I added some garlic powder in there. I love lots of garlic in my food, so yeah. Now I am going in with the spinach. Okay, spinach. Don't overcook the spinach, because that way you will lose all of the good nutrients in the spinach. So add it at the last minute, stir it together, and y'all, this is basically how you make okra soup. Like I said, us Haitian, we do have a very similar recipe to this one called sauce kalalu with tom tom. I do have a recipe. I will leave it down below for y'all, but this was a banging. This recipe was so delicious. It's either you like it or you don't. Point blank, period. Okay, this is it. I hope you guys try this out. Give it a try. Such a good recipe, such a delicious recipe. Has lots of nutrients in it. I hope you guys try this out. And if I have any Ghanaian subscribers watching me, let me know how did I do on this recipe. Thank you for watching, guys. Please leave a like for me, and also leave a comment if you tried fufu and okra soup before. Have you tried it? How you like it? Do you like it? I will see you guys soon on the next recipe. Bye.